.20-inch Stingray. Go over the brake system on this and all the mods in a second. I'll show you this other one here. Still working on this one. Alright, so spin you around here into the shop. Did a couple interesting things with these bikes here. I mean, obviously I modded them out for an adult to ride. Stay. Gotta get a seat post fixed for that thing. So, you know, the key to a 20-inch bike is, for an adult to ride, is a 26-inch fork. Okay? You put a 26-inch fork on a 20-inch bike and it lifts it enough to make a 165mm crank work on that small frame. Now, here's a brake mod here for the rear brakes. A lot of you guys have these old Schwinns that they don't have the brake bridge. So this is what I do. And what I've done there is I've taken this part here that you see, that's in a normal cantilever brake, and this is a vintage one. I pull that part out. This is the part that the brake pad slides through. And then I've got these aluminum washers here, right? And I just shove this up. Where is it? I'm trying to do this in a kooky way here on my phone, so I apologize. Oh, here we go. So I shoot this up through the bridge there, the fender bridge, and then I run those aluminum washers as spacers here. And they kind of wedge in place, and then you can mount a brake. Also, you can mount the smaller Schwinn 2.8 brake on that. And that gives you better stopping power. On the front, the key to the front now that I've found, if you want to mount a front brake, is an old vintage mountain bike fork. Okay? If you look at these, they've got a little riser block with a hollow space inside of it. That gives you the spot where you can put a nut. So you cut off the cantilever posts, right, that your cantilever brakes would normally sit on. You just cut those off with a grinder. You leave this here, you drill it out, and that's it. Now you have to make this aluminum bracket. If I can get that in there. Not an easy thing for me to do here. But I made these brackets. Each one's different because the distance between those holes is different for each bicycle. And get you to see that. There we go. And I just made that all by hand. You know, I'm still working on these bikes exactly the way I did when I was 12 years old. This bike, I'm having a hard time with the gearing. It's a crappy derailleur, and I think chain line is part of my issue. So I'm thinking if I go to a 3-piece crank, I actually have a couple 3-piece cranks that are 165 millimeter arms, and I think that I can adjust the chain line that way and it'll help. So I got to figure that one out, but I'm almost done with that. That's a badass bike right there. And back to the 20-inch Stingray. Loving this thing. Loving it. Figured out a way to mount the headlight on there for fun, but it works. It's actually on. Again, 2.8 Schwinn approved brake. You got the cool stop pads there. That's how you do that. Now, might as well just BS with you here for a few minutes. Here's the thing about this. I'm making it seem easy. It, you know, this is cool, right? I think we can all agree this is cool. Cool, to achieve that level cool, it's frustrating because you're taking all these old parts, you know, and you're making them work. It's the same thing. I mean, I was doing this in the 70s as a little kid, wrenching on bikes. 8 years old, I had enough tools to start wrenching on a bike just from mowing lawns, shoveling snow, you name it. And these days, on Craigslist here in LA, I buy old mountain bikes, vintage mountain bikes, and I'm always looking for the parts that are on them, because the old bikes that they made were better. They had the better quality parts on them. And the thing about some of these mountain bikes is they've got a short head tube on here. And that's what you need. You need a fork, an old mountain bike fork that's got the short tube on it to fit. You could use a longer tube, you got to cut it and you got to thread it and all that. But if you use a shorter one, you can make it work. It could be a little taller and you can just pad that up with washers. But anyhow, hope you dig it. We're all trying to find things to do during this coronavirus thing. I've actually got some work to do, and I'm going to get to it, some woodworking finally. It hasn't been raining, and my back's feeling a little better, so I'm going to get back to regular work. But I hope you all are good. I hope you enjoyed this video. And tinker. You can do it. Bye.